No more Shama.
What is up, ladies and gents? It's your boy Jermaine Event, main on MMA, and today, ladies and gents, we are checking out a video from the homie GeeKay, the GOAT, and it's about Kevin Holland's epic Dana White privilege, ladies and gents. He does have some privilege here. Very frustrating fighter for me. I had a moment where I was like, let's go. Okay, I was a Kevin Holland dude, but around I think that whole middleweight debacle where he was taking these silly fights and he couldn't wrestle and he just wasn't caring, like, I stopped caring. Let's be honest, but he's definitely got some Dana White privilege. Let's check out this video from GeeKay about Kevin Holland's Dana White privilege.
Every UFC fighter aspiring to be the face of the company aims to do a couple of key things: secure fights with opponents ranked above them, proceed to win these fights, preferably in impressive fashion, then say interesting things when presented with a microphone to get the fans rallying behind them.
Free market capitalism. You eat what you kill, and I'm killing to get money. Let's go.
The one thing that is most elusive and that every single fighter dreams of having is
Dana White privilege.
Dana White privilege.
Dana White privilege.
Because just like getting on the boss's bad side can get you launched from the company even if you're undefeated, having him like you can turn you into one of the most well taken care of fighters in the UFC regardless of how many fights you lose.
Whatever he wants to do. If he wants to get a fight this summer, we'll do whatever he wants. He's one of the greatest athletes I've ever worked with. He's a good human being, and I like him a lot.
And in this video, I'm going to talk about Kevin Holland, one of the fighters that embodies Dana White privilege. And just like every great love story, it began with Dana playing hard to get.
He was on the Contender Series, and he was a talented guy, and he won his fight, but he wouldn't shut up. The entire fight, he was talking to me, the whole fight. Now, any of you that have been to Las Vegas and have been to the Contender Series, it's straight killers. Okay, everybody comes into that building and the fights. I could do that every Tuesday for the rest of my life. It's incredible. I love it. This guy comes in and is talking the entire fight. So I said, I'm not signing this guy. I don't want him. I'm not interested in him. So Thiago Santos's fight falls out. I said, let's call some contender guys then that we liked. They all turned down the fight. I said, call Big Mouth. I want to see if Big Mouth takes this fight. Took the fight, came in and fought the fight, still talking, okay? Talking so much his mouthpiece fell out twice. But wow, he looked good. Wow, he looked good. And tonight, all the celebrities that were there loved Holland. That's all they wanted to talk about. After the fight, they're talking to me about him. Back in my room, they're talking to me about him. Yep. They loved him. So much respect.
Immediately, Kevin internalized the most important aspect of being a financially successful fighter in the UFC, providing entertainment value, which won Dana over fairly quickly, and before you knew it, he was raining down praise on him at every post-fight press conference.
I love the kid. Whatever he wants to do, you know, he's going to be a problem. His wrestling's gotten better. His takedown defense is better, and he's going to be a problem in that division now.
It was clear that Dana personally wanted Kevin to succeed and had more than a couple conversations about it with him behind the scenes. The gist of which was probably, as long as you fix your wrestling, Kevin, we'll take care of the rest. And you can tell that he was particularly happy with his performance against Tim Means here and tried to set him up as one of the future faces of the welterweight division, which would have been a dream come true for the UFC, as they would finally get that charismatic and active American fighter that they could effortlessly market to the masses. And the reward for the potential of what he could be was becoming one of the highest paid UFC fighters almost immediately, reportedly making around $250,000 every time he appeared in the octagon and receiving a performance of the night bonus practically every time he won, despite comfortably sitting well outside the top 15 in the weight classes he competed in.
I'm really happy for him. I like the kid a lot. He's a really good kid. He's got a great attitude, and you know what? He made a load of money this year. He made a lot of money, and
is this edited?
Couldn't have.
Because his hands look gigantic and his head looks tiny. Is this edited? This is a real video?
Happened to a better guy.
A real eye-opening moment for me was when I realized that it wasn't just about Kevin's potential and what he could do for the UFC in the future, but that Dana looks at him more like a son than a fighter, just wanting the best for him in life and willing to course correct when he felt like he was making a mistake that would jeopardize his future. An example of which was when Kevin tried to retire after getting absolutely mollywopped by Khamzat Chimaev. Now for context, when somebody Dana doesn't care about threatens retirement, he tends to go right along with it, as was the case with Henry Cejudo, who clearly wasn't serious about leaving but tried to use it as a negotiation tactic to get more money. And by the way, being the double champion at this point, Cejudo's base salary was reportedly only slightly higher than Kevin Holland.
He's been talking about retirement to us for months, and I'm of the belief that if you're talking about retirement in the fight business, you should probably retire. He looked unbelievable tonight. He got cut. Stopped him right after the cut happens. It was probably only 20 seconds left of the round. He looked incredible in his last fight, but you know, the guy's been talking about retirement, and if you're talking about retirement in this business, you probably should.
You couldn't tell me Dana didn't go and pop a bottle of champagne later that night to celebrate not having Cejudo around anymore. He clearly didn't like him or value him and felt like he was burning money keeping him as champion or having him around at all. Now, here's how you reacted to Holland's retirement.
You know, I'm really close to this kid, and I like him a lot. And I think when you are competing in a sport like this and you've done the things that Kevin Holland has done, you know, he gets out of the fight with Brunson and realizes that he needs to work on.
Done the things that he's done. He didn't care about Cejudo, who's a 2-division champion at the same time, holding 2 belts. And he's like, oh, if he's talking retirement, he should get out of here. Kevin Holland talks retirement. He's like, dude, look at the things he's done.
On his wrestling more. So he dives in, starts working on his wrestling. And I think when what happened to him happens to you, I don't know. I think you lay in bed at night and go, holy, how did that happen to me? And, you know, he's an emotional guy. So I think his emotions got the best of him, and just take some time, get back in the gym, and whatever he wants to do, obviously, you know, I love the kid. Whatever he wants to do, he can do, but I think retiring is it's a little too soon for him to retire.
Not only did he obviously want to keep him around, he felt bad that Kevin was in a rut because of his loss to Chimaev and wanted to make him feel better because he was concerned and felt like he was throwing his future away on a whim, so much so that he actually sent him a gift to cheer him up.
God damn you, Dana! Oh, you...
Yeah.
Right!
Imagine if Merab Valishvili lost and then threatened to retire because he was sad. The only gift he'd probably receive is his ripped up contract with a big smiley face.
But not even lost. Like, Henry Cejudo won and threatened to retire, and they were like, all right, see you later.
On in the mail. As big of a company as the UFC is now, Dana still takes a very personal approach to business, being very generous to the fighters that he likes and straight up nasty to the ones that he doesn't. He's had the same exact attitude going back to the days of Chuck Liddell and Tito Ortiz, which is why he's such a polarizing figure, with some hating his guts and others thinking that he's the greatest guy ever. And Kevin Holland obviously falls into the latter category, and even when he's crashing out on podcasts, he's inadvertently making Dana like him even more because he's doing it to people that Dana also has issues with.
Dana, you doing good. Dana, I don't give a about Dana.
Do you know what a 4570 is?
No, I don't.
Okay, then shut the f.
You'll tell me shut the f.
Yeah.
Because
you don't understand what a 4570 is.
He doesn't know what a 45...
You're talking about ego. Now I'm giving you some ego.
Okay. So...
Ego's when you don't understand what a 4570 is.
Okay.
I think besides the fact that he's always trying to stay active and he has an attractive fighting style with a relatively charismatic personality, the biggest reason why Dana likes Kevin Holland as much as he does is that they agree on topics that are the absolute bane of Dana's existence. One of which is fighter pay, which makes Dana feel like Kevin is completely on his team. Listen to this speech, for example, and tell me that these exact words said in this exact way couldn't have came out of Dana White's mouth.
People go, oh, well, people in the NFL make this much money, people in the NBA make this much money. I mean, the bench warmers don't make that much money. WNBA make money, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, at the end of the day, you guys are fighting twice a year, once a year, and y'all mad because you only made like $30,000, $40,000 that year. Bruh, you made $30,000 to $40,000 off one fight. If you fought twice, you made $80,000. That's still more than what the person over here working every day is making. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got family that's in electrical field. You know what I'm saying? Electrical field is a tough field. It's a good field. You know, these guys are making $80 an hour. You know what I mean? $25 an hour. They're making pretty good money as fighters. You fight 3 times a year. That's 3 times. That's 3 different seasons. Isn't there 4 seasons in a year? You get a whole season off. You still can make more than what somebody who has a big time trait can make. You get what I'm saying? And for all these fighters that's going around complaining about they ain't making no money, think about your coaches. You know, if your bum ass is only fighting 1 time a year, your coach ain't making no money. You know what I'm saying? The paydays are they're getting better over time. So it's kind of hard to complain about that. And then, like he says, it's a business, bro. Like, you know, everybody has to get paid, you know, from the people that's working over there right now to the person that's sitting here right now. They say that we make the show, but if we don't got none of them, the show ain't gonna be here. So go do some jiu-jitsu competitions, go do some seminars, go find another way to get paid, do some personals, so on and so forth. Bro, you fight.
Rocks with everything
it takes a couple hours
saying,
a day to train. You know what I'm saying? It only takes a little while to go fight. You got plenty of the time to go do 1,000 other things. You know what I'm saying? Just you got to be a little smarter. You can't complain and cry about everything. I just don't like people who moan all the time.
It's pretty clear that Kevin fully believes what he's saying here and not just voicing an opinion that he thinks Dana wants to hear, which makes Dana really, really like him. To the point where I don't think his Dana White privilege will ever be revoked, and he might be a personality that sticks around the company long after he retires for real. But that's just my opinion. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Like the video if you liked it, and if you want to see more videos like this, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell next to it. And if you want to
shout out to the homie GeeKay, man. That's pretty interesting. I don't know if I've seen that speech from Kevin Holland, but I can't say that I disagree with what he's saying. I understand fully. He articulated that perfectly. So maybe that is why he has some Dana White privilege. But Dana, I think it really starts with how the celebrities, he's gushing on how the celebrities reacted over Kevin Holland. From that point, Kevin Holland was a gym, sent him some exclusive, Nikes. I don't know where they come from. It had like a pirate symbol on them, on the box. It's pretty interesting. But let me know what you guys think. Head on over to GeeKay's page, give him a like, subscribe, let him know I sent you. And let me know what you think about Kevin Holland and his Dana White privilege, ladies and gents. It's clearly there. He gets to just lose and lose across multiple divisions, and they still love him. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. Thank you guys for being here once again. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, and I will see you soon.
Featherweight, I'm more Francis Ngannou. I be the biggest problem out of any nigga I know. A little old school, like some 45 vinyls. You niggas old dudes, what that do to the wino? I do it the commercial way, pay without the splits.